Okay, hello and welcome to another speaking video by Johnny and his class IELTS 36. Okay, so today it's for speaking. So class, are you ready for your speaking practice? Hello,
Yes.
four ladies, are you ready for your speaking practice?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now let me get my notebook. Should be somewhere here. Yes, there you go. So let's see now. Let's work on part 1, number 4. Topic number 4 of part 1, it's about trees and plants. Trees and plants. So let me ask Miss Kim In first. Have you planted trees before, Miss Kim In?
Yes, I have. Actually, my parents is farmer, so
My parents are farmers because
yeah,
two of them
are farmers. So when I was
child.
was
When I was a child.
a child, yeah, a child. I usually come with no wet.
Yes, I usually. What do you usually do?
Planted planted a plant with them. It's often cái nông nghiệp là nói
It's often agricultural plants, like you mean the plant that are basically grown for food, you mean?
Yeah.
We say food plants, I think. I think food plants.
Yeah. For example, corn, watermelon. Yeah. And
Durian.
tomato. Yeah. No durian.
Okay, good then. So how about you, Miss Như Huấn? Have you planted trees before?
Yes. Because my grandfather is farmer.
My grandfather was a farmer and he planted.
Yes, and he grew a lot of
Vegetables. He grew a lot of vegetables.
He grew a lot of vegetables. Like tomato. Có thể trái nhãn tiếng Anh là gì?
I think it's called longan or something like that. I think. Logan or something like that. Logan or something like that. Yeah. Longan. It sounds exactly like Long An, you know. It sounds exactly like basically it's exactly like a place in Vietnam called Long An. It's just longer. Longan.
And
okay.
In my hometown, this other place so famous because they grow a lot of coconut. And my family grow it too.
So, Miss Như Huấn, do you keep plants at home, like indoor?
Yes. For now, I have a lot of plants at my house because I live inside apartment and I cannot open door.
Apartment.
I live inside an apartment and I cannot open the window drink always. That's why I buy a lot of trees to keep inside my house.
That's why I keep a lot of trees inside of my home. Okay, very good. Miss Thao, please. So, are there any plants in your workplace?
In my workplace, my workplace, there are there's some plants like paper
Such as-
flowers and
I
rose.
think we don't call it paper flower. There's something, I don't know. But maybe let's just call it paper flower plants. Rose.
Like,
Okay.
like,
I know, but I know it's not paper flower. It's something else, but it's something else. I'm not so sure. Let's just check it out. Okay. Hoa giấy English. Let's bougainvillea. Oh, it's called paper flower. Really? Okay, it's called paper flower. Okay, paper flower. Now we know.
well, it can say like paper flower, but cannot tame our flower.
It's because it looks like a piece of paper, maybe. That's why people call it paper flower. Okay, anything else, Miss Thao?
And some big trees like
Big. Some big trees.
cây dừa cây cọ
Palm tree.
palm tree.
Excuse me. It's palm tree. Cây cọ. Palm tree. Anything else? We have many other big trees like pine trees. Cây thông. Other kind of wood plants. You know, plant that produce wood. Những cây mà tạo gỗ. Okay, Miss Na, please. So, talking about plants, do you like plants?
Yes, I really like plants.
I really like plants.
Yeah. Now I living in a big city, so I don't have a lot of space to plant trees, but I still try to some tree like
Vegetables.
and a flower. It make me
Feel.
fresh.
It make me
Feel.
feel refresh. For
Fresh.
example, make me
And
feel
more
fresh.
energy.
Energetic. Tràn đầy năng lượng. Energetic. It's an adjective. Energetic. And what else? So Miss Nat, do you know anything about growing a plant? Do you know how to grow a plant?
Yes, I know a little.
Okay, please share with us.
Because my parents are farmer. So
your parents are also farmers? I see.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I see my mother buy seed.
So she bought seeds.
Yeah, she bought seed.
And sow it. Sown. Okay. So basically sown it. So basically to sow, sown, I think sown, I think.
Xong là gì đây?
Gieo hạt á, gieo xuống. Sown, I think. I'm not so sure because let's check it out. To sow, sowed, and sown. Oh, sown. Okay. So sowed, sown. Okay. All right, let's learn it that way. Sowed, sown. So she bought seeds and then sowed it.
Yeah. Next,
Nếu như mình
And then she
nhớ
water it, right?
Yeah, she put yeah, cho nước vào là sao thầy?
And then she she puts water on it.
Put what?
She puts, and then she put water on it. Or you can say she watered it. Quá khứ. It's a past thing.
She put water on
Or you can use water like a verb. She watered it. Yeah.
watering.
She watered it. Or she put water on it.
And then she wait to the
And then she wait.
germination. Này này một cái này.
She wait for them to sprout. Sprout. I think to sprout. Nảy mầm. I must check, okay? Sprout. Verb to sprout is to produce leaf, hair, or the new developing parts, or leaves, hair, or begin to grow. Bắt đầu lớn lên, sản xuất lá, hoặc làm bất kỳ cái phần nào nó đang phát triển lên. So basically, sprout means like it just from seed it becomes, you know.
Nảy mầm.
Yeah, sprout, nảy mầm. I know this one because I've read a lot of articles, and then I know this word to sprout. Okay, so she wait until they sprout, and then what else? Of course, she had to put them out, right?
The seed was sown in land.
You mean soil? Đất trồng là soil, yeah.
Soil.
Soil, remember. So it's
Yeah.
soil. Why do I always type it here? Weird. It's soil. Now, so I think let me just make it this way, and then okay, so basically she watered and then put it on the soil, and then she bring it outdoor, right?
Yes.
Of course, you need sunlight for them to grow properly.
Right.
You need sunlight for them to grow properly. Một cách để nó phát triển một cách bình thường, nó phải có sunlight, nó phải có ánh sáng mặt trời. Okay, so Miss Kimian, please. What plant did you grow when you were younger?
When I was a child.
Yes.
As I say before, I usually plant food plant, planted food
I
plants.
usually planted food plants.
Yeah, with my parents. Yeah.
And so do you have any memories about them? Like what kind of plant did you grow? Any memories? Or do you still remember how to grow them, right?
Yes. It's basically it's like Na said. But I want to add some information. How I say.
Just say it. I'll help you.
xử lý cái hạt giống ấy.
You need to process the seeds.
Yeah, process the seed.
To process the seeds. Xử lý hạt giống. So basically, what happened to the seeds when you processed them? Can you share?
Some seed need warm environment
to grow.
Yeah, to grow. Yeah, and even some need we need to burn it to
burn it.
Yeah.
Wow, I never know.
Burn
it.
Like cái keo là cái gì thì nhỉ? Cái keo.
Cây keo, what is it?
I forgot the name.
I don't know.
Cái keo, cái tràm ấy ạ.
Cây tram á.
Vâng.
I have no idea. Cây
Yeah.
tram.
There
Let me check.
we have to burn their seed.
Tram. It's basically Malalioca It's just Malalioca I know it because I've learned about it, but it's just a name in it's just a name in Latino, in Latin language. Malalioca alternifolia. I know this one. Basically, tea tree. It's called tea tree. Tea tree. Cây tràm trà. Cây tràm trà.
No, I mean cái keo ấy.
I have no idea.
Tràm nhưng là cái keo ấy.
Acacia. I think that's acacia.
What kind of tree is that? Cây keo gì ta?
Keo lai.
Keo.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you always need to check. Keo lai là cây thuộc họ đạo, tên hóa học. Okay. Maybe this one. I can just search for like the Latin name and then the English name will follow. No, never mind. It's I don't know. It's just the name here. Acacia. I think it's acacia.
Yeah.
Acacia basically it produced the acacia, like the very sticky substance. Nó tạo cái chất mà rất là dính. Acacia, I think. Anyway, let's just say it's a tree. Let's just say it's a tree. Nó là một cái cây, okay? Let's just say it's a tree.
And some seeds have a tough cover, so we have to break it. Yeah.
So we have to break it in order for the seeds to grow.
Yeah.
Like for example, avocado. Like avocado seeds, you need to like break the outer parts so the inner part can grow, isn't it?
Yep.
Cái hạt cái cây trái bơ, like you need to break it, giống như là tách nó ra cái phần cái bên ngoài của nó để nào nước nó thấm vào nó mới có thể nó lên nảy mầm được. It can only sprout when you water it, I think, and break the seeds apart. Now, so Miss Thảo, please. No, sorry, Miss Newhon, please. Do you think places with trees attract more visitors than places with few trees? Like, you know, like a park, for example, or a zoo, there's a lot of trees there. Do you think these places with a lot of trees, they attract more visitors than places with few trees? What do you think? Think about the shade. Cái bóng râm. The shade. The shade that the trees can provide during the summer or during hot day. Of course, everyone wants to sit under the tree, right?
I think for Vietnamese people, like
yes.
So like you know, in Vietnam countries, the weather is so hot.
Of course, it's really hot.
Even you stay under
the shade.
Even you stay under the shade.
The shade. You mean the shade of the tree?
The shade. But this still hot.
It's still hot. Of course, still hot, but it's just a little bit like cooler, but it's still hot. Yeah.
Yeah, like in Ho Chi Minh City have so many like.
In Ho Chi Minh City have what's that? In Ho Chi Minh City there is.
Yeah.
Ở Hồ Chí Minh City có nhiều cái gì đó. There is.
Đèn đỏ tiếng Anh là gì?
There are many traffic lights. Đèn
There
giao
are
thông, đèn
many
giao thông hả?
traffic lights.
There are many traffic lights.
There are many traffic lights, and when have a red
When
light,
have when there is there are.
when there has red light,
When there is a red light.
when there is a red light, and I see a lot of people, they find like
They
some
try to find the shade, right?
the shade and stay there for waiting the red light.
Of course. So, of course, places with a lot of trees do attract people, right?
Yes.
But why do people cut down trees? What do you think, Miss Như?
Yeah, I think this is not good.
Of course.
Like before, I see on the street, Tôn Đức Thắng have a lot of trees.
Tôn Đức Thắng Street in Ho Chi Minh City. You should say that where the street is. Nên nói là cái đường nằm đâu nữa nha. Like you need to see like Tôn Đức Thắng Street in Ho Chi Minh City. There used to be, đã từng có rất nhiều. There used to be many trees there, but
before in the Tôn Đức Thắng Street in Ho Chi Minh City, and trước đã từng
used to be. There used to be.
There used to be a lot of tree there, and I don't know why they cut off all and
They cut it off, of course.
and make the city more
Hotter.
hotter.
So, Miss Thao, please. Do you think that places with trees attract more visitors than places with few trees?
Actually, I'm not sure about this years, but from my observation,
Observation.
many people are interested sitting on under the trees
Many trees under trees.
To drinking some teas or reading book.
I do.
Yes, because the weather in my country in the summer is so hot, and the sunlight is really harmful to the skin.
Harmful. It's really harmful.
To the heart, it's so harmful. So
Yes.
more likely to attractive
Attract.
place.
It's more likely to attract.
It's more likely attract by place have there's a lot of trees than place with few trees.
I see. So that's a good idea. Now let's move on to topic number 5, shall we? Let's talk about museums. So when you talk about museums, you basically partly talk about history. Khi các bạn nói về cái chủ đề lịch sử á, nói về chủ đề về cái những cái tòa bảo tàng á, nơi bảo tàng á, thì các bạn cũng nói một phần về lịch sử rồi. We basically talk about history as well. But this is just part 1. Let's try it. Now, so Miss Na, please, do you like visiting museums? And why?
Thầy,
Yes.
em hỏi lại là museum là bảo tàng đúng không thầy?
Yes, it's bảo tàng. Why? What's the problem? What's the problem?
Em bị hơi confused với cái phải là nhà hát không?
No. Cinema. Theater. Nhà hát. Theater or cinema. But museum, it's bảo tàng. Museum. Nhấn âm 2 nha. Museum. Okay, so Miss Na, do you like visiting museums and why?
I don't know whether I like visit museum.
I like visiting museums or not.
I like visiting museum.
Museum.
Museum. Because I see that museum provide me the material, historical material.
Historical materials for
Help me more.
Yes, it provides information about the past. It provides information about artifacts, những di vật ngày xưa, like artifacts, you know. I think we learned about this topic already.
Yeah.
We did, of course we did. Now, so Miss Như Huân, do you remember that topic about history that we learned?
Yes.
Of course. Now, do you like visiting museums, Miss Như Huân, and why?
For me, can I say real?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't want to visit museums.
Ah, just say it.
Yes.
Of course, you can of course talk the truth. IELTS only asks for your ability to reply in English. So a no is also a good answer too, of course. Just try to say it in your way. Làm thế nào nói không nè. So just say no. I don't like to visit museums because... Bởi vì sao?
I don't like visit museums.
I don't like to visit or I don't like
I don't-
visiting.
I don't like to visit museums because sao?
Shout that is not an answer. Anyway, how about like, is it boring for you? Is it like really old? It's just unattractive, so for example, you know? Or maybe they don't make it interesting, do you think?
Yes. They are bored for me.
They are boring for me, you mean?
They are boring for me because for me I like style modern than old.
Ah, you like modern style rather than old ones. That's a good answer, actually. Good answer. Now, Miss Thao, please. So, do you often visit museums?
I just sometimes visit museums. For example, so in the summer, I usually have a short trip with my family, and at that time I go to travel somewhere in my country, and I can go cinema with my family.
Yes, I can go to the cinema with my family. So basically, you don't often visit museums, am I right?
Yes, I'm not often to.
You have to say
visit
no. You have to
museums.
say no. You have to say no. No, I don't often visit museums.
No, I don't often visit museum.
Okay. So are there any museums in your hometown, Miss Thao?
As I remember, in my hometown, there are just one or two museums in my hometown.
And what are they about?
Sorry.
And what are these museums about? Like, what do they show?
So in the museum in my hometown, they usually show the pictures about the answers and about the world. And
About
some
the war
another
between
culture.
America and Vietnam, right? Isn't it?
Vietnam.
How about the
And,
war between France and Vietnam?
yes, and some pictures show the different culture around the world.
different cultures around the world. I see. Now, so Miss Thảo, do you think there should be more museums in your hometown? Because you said only like one or two. Do
Yes.
you think there should be more museums in your hometown?
In my opinion, I think there should expand more museum in my hometown because the museums they show a lot of valuable
Valuable.
They show a lot of valuable things like the history. I think history is very important to the Vietnamese people because they show how challenged and how triumph the Vietnamese people gained in the war.
Okay, and it showed basically the struggle. It showed the struggle, cái sự mà đấu tranh, the struggle.
And I think this will be educate the young generation.
And you think it will educate the young generations better? You mean?
Respect about in the past.
You mean they will respect more about the past? You mean?
And how we have beautiful today, a beautiful country today.
Exactly, precisely that. Okay, so Miss Na, please. So, are there any museums in your hometown?
I remember there are one.
Maybe there are a lot, but I don't remember.
There is.
Maybe there are a lot, but I just don't remember. Nói một câu chắc có nhiều lắm nhưng mà chắc tôi không nhớ đâu, đừng hỏi nữa. Like maybe there's a lot, but I don't remember. Just don't ask. Giám khảo đứng hình luôn, giám khảo stunning luôn. The examiner will be like, what do you mean? Okay, anyway. Next question for Miss Na. So what are usually on display in the museum? Cái gì thường được trưng bày ở bảo tàng? What are usually on display? What do you think?
I think it is artifact.
The artifacts.
The artifact like I remember I travel to Nha Trang city, so I go to I went to a museum where present
Where there are these.
the bone of fish, a big fish like shark.
You mean the skeleton? The skeleton. We call them skeleton, not bone, because skeleton means all of the bones in the body of something. Tất cả những cái xương trong một cái cơ thể con gì đó gọi là bộ khung xương, skeleton.
Cái xương nhỏ nhỏ đấy.
Sorry?
Ý là mình chỉ là về cái bone, cái xương ấy.
Oh, it's only a small bone. Bone. No, it's bone. Bone. Cẩn thận. Au n, không phải là on. It's bone. Very good. Okay, the bone. Okay. So what else, Miss Na? Tiếp. Đang vui. Okay, very good. So, Miss Như Huân, please. So, what can people learn from visiting museums? Your microphone, please, Miss Như Huân. Con người ta có thể học được gì từ chuyện viếng thăm những bảo tàng? Miss Như Huân.
I think they will saw lot of things there about like history before
Because like
because like if don't have the museum, like the people don't know what happened before. Like in Vietnam, like before have king.
there were. Còn quá khứ từng có cái gì đó. There were
Kings.
And there were kings, but there were king and queens.
King and queen.
Và những triều đại. Basically, we have the dynasty. The dynasty. Triều đại. Ví dụ triều Nguyễn, we can say the Nguyễn dynasty. The TRAN dynasty. The Lê dynasty. We have we have the tiền Lê and hậu Lê. So basically, the pre-Lê dynasty, I think. I'm not so sure it's called pre-Lê dynasty or post-Lê dynasty, I think. Post means, of course, after. The pre-Lê and the post-Lê dynasty, we have nhà gì nữa ta? Anyway, just this dynasty, enough.
Yes.
Alright, what else, Miss Như? And how they live, right? How people live in the past.
Có cái cổ vật tiếng Anh này.
Cổ vật, antiques. Antique. You remember this word? Antique. Antique. Cổ vật. Antique. You remember this word? Antique.
Yes.
Okay, and antiques from the old time.
Let me remember anything else.
Okay. Alright, let's not spend too much time. Miss Kim In, please. So, do you think museums are necessary? Necessary is an adjective. Necessary. Âm đầu nha.
Necessary.
Do you think museums are necessary? Em có nghĩ bảo tàng là cần thiết hay không?
Yes. Of course. I think museum provide us
What do they provide us with? What do they provide us with? Chúng cung cấp chúng ta với cái gì? Say again?
Một cái nhìn chân thực hơn.
A more realistic. A more realistic. A more realistic view of something. A more realistic. A more realistic view of
history or culture.
History and culture, I see. Of course, I know this topic is difficult because, of course, most of the time people don't care about history and culture. So, what do you think, Miss Kim In? Do you think they should build more museums?
I don't think we should be more museum, but we should improve it is quality. Because there are a lot of museum, but nobody here because they feel it's so boring and nothing to learn from it.
And there's nothing to learn from it, I see.
Yeah.
But foreigners, when they come to a country, they are very interested in seeing museums because they can learn a lot about the culture of the people, of the local people, you know.
Yes.
So if you are a foreign person in a country, in a different country, then you would be interested in to know like what the people of that host country do to make a living, or how they live, you know, in the past.
Yes, I know, but I mean, their is quality is not good enough.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
Vietnamese government don't have enough money. You know, we does not have we don't have enough money to take care of like artists even.
Yeah.
Let alone museums. We don't even have enough money to take care of artists, let alone museums. Mình còn không có đủ tiền để chăm sóc cho những nghệ sĩ mà. Nói gì đến bảo tàng. Let alone something mean nói gì đến. So let alone something. Nói gì tới bảo tàng. So anyway, now let's move on to part 2 now. We need to come to a part 2. Would you like to talk about famous person now?
I think we already talked about
Yes, but this is about famous, about favorite singer or actor. But now, famous person can be anyone. They can be famous in any fields, you know. Like you can be a famous teacher, you can be a famous doctor, a famous interior designer, for example.
like celebrity.
Yeah, celebrity. So topic number 1 only talk about singer or actor. So it's very small field, singer or actor, but now you can talk about anything.
Okay.
Like famous person. Would you like to talk about it?
No.
Yes.
No.
No?
No, because last time we talked about this topic.
But you will see that the top part 3 there's a lot of new questions, you know.
Yes. I think that's interesting.
Maybe you should try it, you know. Because you can talk about other people, other famous people, you know.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Describe a famous person you are interested in. Miêu tả một người nổi tiếng mà các bạn hứng thú. You should say who he or she is. Cái người đó là ai vậy? How you knew about him or her. Làm thế nào các bạn biết về anh ta hoặc cô ta. What he or she is like. Anh ta hoặc cô ta như thế nào. And explain why you are interested in him or her. Giải thích là tại sao bạn là interested, tại sao bạn là hứng thú về cái người đó. And you have part 3 of famous person. So what kinds of famous people are there in your country? Trong đất nước bạn có những loại người nổi tiếng như thế nào? Có những loại người nổi tiếng nào? Like for example, in what fields? Trong cái mảng gì? Or you can talk about like they famous because they did something, you know, good for the community. Có thể nổi tiếng vì họ đã làm cái gì đó tốt cho cộng đồng chẳng hạn. Like for example, they create ATM like an ATM gạo, for example. They create an ATM that dispense rice for the poor people, for example. Or they get involved in charity and they help a lot of poor people, for example. Họ tham gia vào từ thiện và họ giúp rất nhiều người chẳng hạn. There's so many, you know. What are the differences between famous people today and those in the past? Có những sự khác biệt nào giữa người nổi tiếng ngày nay và những người nổi tiếng trong quá khứ hay không? Should celebrities contribute more to the country that they live in? Why? Những người celebrity, những người nổi tiếng, những người mà được nhiều người coi là nổi tiếng, có nên cống hiến hơn cho đất nước mà họ đang sống hay không? Tại sao? You should talk about like they can use their influence, you know, để có dùng cái influence, cái ảnh hưởng của họ để mà gây ra cái điều tốt lên cộng đồng ha. They can use their influence to cause a good effect on the people, you know. to lead the people, you know, to be a good example for people to follow. Là một cái gương tốt, to be a good example for people to follow. Là một gương tốt cho con người ta tuân theo. Be a good example for people to follow. Or they can use their social status, địa vị xã hội của họ, to call for donation, for example, kêu gọi từ thiện. To call for donation. But the question is, should celebrity contribute more to the country they live in? Well, of course, celebrities, they have more things at their disposal. They have more things at their disposal. Họ có nhiều thứ trong tay để sử dụng hơn là những người bình thường. Nhưng mà tại họ được có nhiều thứ hơn trong tay để sử dụng hơn những người bình thường. Whole là có. They have more things at their disposal. They have the influence, of course. Their words, whatever they say, has some influence on people. Cái lời nói của họ có trọng lượng hơn và nó ảnh hưởng người khác rất là nhanh. And basically they have the money. They do have the money. Họ có tiền nữa. They do have the power too. Nó gọi là cái quyền lực chính trị. So they have the political power because people trust them. Because people trust them and they listen to them, you know, so they have political power. Nếu con người ta tin tưởng bạn, bạn có quyền lực về chính trị. Of course. So should they contribute more? Cho nên họ có nên cống hiến nhiều hơn không? Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields? Bạn có nghĩ người nổi tiếng thì nhất thiết là phải giỏi trong cái lĩnh vực của họ không? Do you think the media is putting too much attention on famous people? Bạn có nghĩ truyền thông đang đặt quá nhiều sự chú ý lên những người nổi tiếng hay không? Like it means like do they ignore a lot of important news? Truyền thông có đang bỏ qua những cái tin quan trọng không để mà nói về những người nổi tiếng hay không? Do you think that famous people deserve to have their privacy protected? Bạn có nghĩ những người nổi tiếng xứng đáng là được bảo vệ cái sự riêng tư của họ hay không? You can talk about stories of celebrities. You know, they never have a moment of privacy. You know, everything they do, they will be discussed about. You know, people will just gossip. People will gossip. To gossip about someone. Nói xấu về người khác. Tán nhảm về người khác. Okay, so I'll give you some time. Now. Okay, time to solve it now. Okay. Miss Kim Yến, can you start first? Can you describe a famous person you are interested in, please?
A famous person I interested in is a rapper. His name is
let's say his stage name. Stage name là tên ở trên sàn diễn. Tên trên sàn diễn.
His stage name is Denver.
Denver, of course.
Yeah. I know him through sing. Actually, in a day, I'm in a bad mood.
When I was in a bad mood one day.
When I was a bad mood, I
I listen to his music.
his music. A song write about a girl pressure in her work.
Ah, so it's about a girl having pressure in her work.
Yes.
So what happened?
And I feel it's my mood is better.
Ah, so you feel that your mood is better after you have listened to his songs.
Yes. So I listen to more and more his song, and I feel really like it.
I feel that I like it a lot, you mean?
Yes. So since this time I often listen to his music.
Oh.
And
And then?
and the lyric,
The lyric.
the lyric of his song is so simple but deep. I usually listen to one song many times to understand the meaning of that song.
To understand the meaning
Yeah.
of the song deeply, you mean?
Yeah. And
So you can say to comprehend. Hiểu sâu, comprehend là hiểu sâu cái gì đó. To comprehend its meaning.
and he is a simple person. Yeah. He didn't like he didn't seek fame or wealth.
Seek fame. He didn't seek.
seek fame or wealth.
Mhm.
He
No, he
just
didn't.
follow his I forgot his passion.
Uh-huh. So he just followed his passion and then that's it. So that's why you are interested in him or her.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Miss Newhon, please, can you describe a famous person you are interested in?
A famous person I interesting
Interested in.
interested in he is Phạm Nhật Vượng.
Oh, of course. Oh my god! Of course.
Like
He's really rich.
really rich. I know about him because he built a lot of buildings in Vietnam countries. I like him because I saw him help Vietnam country a lot for make the country more modern.
He tried to make the country more modern and he has the vision. Không có tầm nhìn. He has the vision.
And he has a vision the vision. Like he built a building landmark 81. This the landscape tour the most in Đông Nam Á.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia. Đông Nam Á.
Southeast Asia, and this makes me feel like so proud about my country.
So proud of my country. It makes
Of
me
my
so
country.
proud of my country.
This makes me feel proud of my country.
Okay, very good. So that's why I'm interested in him or her.
And that's why I'm interested about him.
So that's why I'm interested in him, I see. Okay, very good. Miss Tao, please. Describe a famous person you are interested in, please.
Famous persons really interested in
Interested in is.
interested
Can you say that one
is
again? Can you say that sentence again? A famous person that I am interested in is.
a famous person that I interested in is Sơn Tùng,
Yeah, Sơn Tùng MTP, yeah.
and I knew him when I was a teenager, and I heard a lot of his song. He is so handsome, and
You think Sơn Tùng is handsome?
yeah, he's so handsome and he sings very well. And the thing I really interested about him is that
Interested in.
interested in that
The thing that I'm really interested in him.
that's
The thing that I'm really interested in him is cái gì đó?
he sat in one program on the TV. That's if you want to have a position that no one can, you have to suffer stuff and emotion that anyone cannot handle. Become to be different with others. Sometimes your endurance must be double, even triplicate. That's what is really interesting. That really makes me impressed about him.
That really makes me interested in him. Interested in
Really
him.
interested in him because he's inspired for
He
inspire
inspires a lot of people.
a lot of people, and I that's how we can overcome the problem in the life
Okay.
and inspire for everyone to hard work.
Okay, to work hard. It inspires everyone to work hard.
Work hard.
Hard
And
work.
then-
It's a noun and an adjective. Cẩn thận. To hard work, so it's an adjective plus a noun. But work hard, it's a verb and an adverb. Cẩn thận nha. Inspire everyone to work hard.
To work hard and challenging yourself.
I see. So that's what I'm interested in.
Yes, that's the reason why I interested about him.
Interested in. That's why I'm interested in him. Okay, Miss Na, please.
Person I am interested in is Miss Nguyễn Phương Hằng. I know her via social media through her live stream.
Clear throat. Tăng hắng. Through her salty live stream. Very salty live streams. Những cái live stream rất mặn. Very salty live streams. Yeah.
Very salty live stream.
Rất mặn. Exactly, very salty. Yes.
She often talk about famous person like actor or comedian. And she revealed for people about another famous who depends on their reputation to
call for donation.
Yes, call
And then
for
what happened?
donation, but still never donate.
But still they never really donate and they embezzle biển thủ. To embezzle money. Biển thủ công quỹ, biển thủ tiền bạc. That's a verb. To embezzle money. Embezzle money. Biến thủ tiền bạc á. They embezzle the money from the donation for themselves. Cho bản thân họ. They embezzle the money for themselves. And Miss Phương Hằng exposed them, right? Expose. Basically, she exposed them. Phơi bày sự thật. She exposed them.
Yes. I like her because her
Exposure?
And,
You mean her, because her story, her live streams are... How do you feel about her live streams then?
I think her live stream
Really salty.
really
salty. Rất mặn.
think dramatic.
And dramatic, of course, very dramatic. Very dramatic. And what else? What happened? And then it creates a lot of conflicts on the media in the last few months. Trong vài tháng vừa qua nó gây ra rất là nhiều bão trên mạng luôn á.
Yes.
It's caused a lot of dramas on the media in the last few months. And is that why you are interested in him or her? Is that why?
Yes. Is there a reason?
Of course, everyone has their own reason. Of course, everyone. Strange. It's my dad. Anyway, never mind. Probably he will call later. I'll answer him. Now, let's do part 3 of famous person. So, what kinds of famous people are there in your country? I'll ask Miss Kim Yến, please. Ở nước bạn có những loại người nổi tiếng nào vậy? So, what kinds of famous people are there in your country, Miss Yến?
I don't care about. I don't care much about famous people in my country, but I think there are two kind of famous people in my country. Is there are once famous by
I forgot.
We have self-made celebrities. Self-made, những người nổi tiếng và tự cố gắng tự làm sự nổi tiếng của họ.
Yeah.
We have self-made celebrities, and so we also have celebrities like you know, what's it called? Instant celebrity. You know the word instant celebrity, right?
Instant.
Nổi tiếng qua một đêm thôi. Người nổi tiếng ngay tức khắc, because of scandals or because of something they said.
Yes.
Instant celebrities. What else then?
I don't know.
Maybe one day my channel got featured on the TV. Probably I'll become instant celebrity. Anyway, so Miss Như Huân, please, what do you think? What kinds of famous people are there in your country? Excuse me. It must be something important. Okay, Miss New, please. So, what kinds of famous people are there in your country?
I think this year he is Hải. I forget his full name.
But he must be a football player, no?
No player. Ủa thầy, cái này nói là cái người nổi tiếng trong showbiz hay là kiểu là nổi tiếng?
Anyone. Anybody who are famous. It doesn't have to be in a show business. It can be anyone, you know.
Okay.
Bất kỳ ai cũng được, không cần phải trong showbiz đâu.
Like he before he worked for government, and I don't know what happened with him. And after he finished, after he quit the job, government, he buy the ambulance.
He bought.
he bought ambulance with all his
so Đoàn Ngọc Hải, isn't it?
yes.
Mr. Đoàn Ngọc Hải. So basically he bought an ambulance and then what happened?
And he
drove it. He drove it
to for some people poor don't have money for like rent ambulance
treatment, you know.
Yes.
So he drove the ambulance to the places, to the poor people who doesn't have money.
Yes.
Who don't have money for treatment. So he paid for them, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, he paid for them and when like sometimes I see him like carry so many food from
so much food. He carries so much food.
He carries so much food for the people stuck below.
For the people in flooded areas. For the people in flooded areas, những khu vực bị lụt lội. For the people in flooded areas. And so that's why I'm interested. So that's why you're interested in him.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested in him.
Yes, he's kind of famous because Đoàn Ngọc Hải, basically he was famous because he did a lot of things when he was working for the government, which are quite controversial, khá là gọi là gây tranh luận đấy, phải không đâu? Anyway, let's do, okay, so basically so Miss Thảo, please. So what are the differences between famous people today and those in the past? I think I asked Miss Newman about topic part 2. I should have asked her about like topic part 3 anyway. But Miss Thảo, please. So what are the differences between famous people today and famous people in the past? What do you think?
Actually, I don't think about this question.
I have absolutely no idea about this question. Hoàn toàn chẳng có một ý tưởng gì về chuyện này cả.
But in my view, I think the famous people nowadays, they are more beautiful and more
more fashionable, you mean?
More fashion and more.
You mean more fashionable, right?
Yes.
Thời trang hơn.
Yes. More fashionable. And there's a lot of talented famous people like Denver.
Of course, he is talented.
He's a rapper and he's can product sản xuất đúng can product.
He can become a producer, right?
Yes.
A producer, yeah. Did you know that Denver has a history that basically he was very poor back then, right?
Yes.
He was very poor. He was sweeping the streets. Hồi đó Denver nghèo lắm luôn á, thiệt.
And his song is really thought.
His songs are really thoughtful. Really thoughtful, rất là giàu suy nghĩ, phải đem lại nhiều suy nghĩ. His songs are very thoughtful. Okay, so I see. So Miss Nat, please. So should celebrities contribute more to the country that they live in, and why? What do you think?
Yes. I think celebrities should contribute more to country.
Sorry?
Make diversity about artists.
So they should make art diverse. Nên làm cho nghệ thuật nó đa dạng, isn't it?
Right. And
So they should make art diverse. And what else then? Miss Kimian, any idea?
Yes. I think celebrities should contribute more to the country. Contribute more to the country that they live in. Especially in the hot issues like environment or wildlife.
Wildlife protection, you mean?
Yeah.
So bảo vệ động vật hoang dã. Wildlife protection.
Yeah. Because they have a lot of fans, so they can influence their audience.
They can
And I
influence
think
their
it's
audience,
so
yes.
effectively.
Yes, exactly. Because basically the audience listen to them because they're a celebrity, of course.
Yes.
So they have the political power, có cái sức mạnh về chính trị. They have the power to influence people, so they should. Okay, so Miss Newman, please. Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields, or is there any exception? Có ngoại lệ nữa không?
Ngoại lệ.
Exception. Is there any exception? Hard question, isn't it? This is such a hard question. 4 giây.
Sorry,
It's like 4 or 5 seconds. This is such a hard question, but I think 5 giây.
Sorry, can you explain more for me the question?
Okay, so basically, famous people are often very good in what they do. Like, for example, someone is very good in, teaching, for example, in playing sports, or someone is really good in acting, or painting, playing the piano, playing instrument, singing, something like that. But a lot of people, they are famous for what they do. It's not like about their field, but they're just famous with what they say, or what they do. Họ nổi tiếng về cái lời nói họ làm hoặc là cái hành động họ làm chẳng hạn, thay vì những cái mà trong cái ngành của họ. It could be because of their action that inspired the other people. Nó có thể bởi vì cái hành động của họ mà nó đem lại cảm hứng cho nhiều người chẳng hạn. It could inspire the other people. It could be because of what they do that make people follow them, for example. Tại vì những gì họ làm mà làm cho con người ta có cảm hứng, người ta theo đuổi chẳng hạn. So it's not necessarily good, of course. What do you think, Miss New? Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields?
I think
What do you think?
so.
Okay, if you think so, then try to say it, please.
Why I see a lot of people famous, like in Vietnam country, Dr. Pepper.
Oh, don't even talk about her. She's full of scandals.
Yes. And I see a lot of people follow her. So many girls follow her.
A lot of people, they expose her because basically they say that her degree are fake.
Yeah.
She's not a real doctor. She is not a real doctor. She doesn't hold a real PhD degree.
Yes. Even for me, about 2 years ago, I pay money for go I pay for money for go event.
For going to events, for Dr. Pepper's events, you mean?
Yes.
And what do you learn from it then? You did not learn anything, right?
Yeah, it isn't not anything. Like I feel this like
I felt like.
I felt this like multi-level.
It's a multi-level marketing. Nó là tiếp thị đa cấp đấy. It's a multi-level marketing. Tiếp thị đa cấp.
Like when the famous people come there, and when we come inside and see like try sell more about her product.
Just try to sell her products. That's you see.
Yes, like she said, if you want to learn more about your life, you should buy this course. And when like, or even just marketing about that.
Of course, it's all about marketing.
Yes.
It's all about that. Now, so you know, life is harsh. Everyone need to try to sell themselves, sell their skills in order to survive. Đời mà lúc nào chẳng khó, ai cũng muốn là bán cái kỹ năng của bản thân để có thể kiếm được tiền. Well, but she is more or less a scammer.
Yes.
Không có tiền nhiều là một cái lừa đảo thôi. Anyway.
And after that, I don't want to follow her anymore.
Of course, there are a lot of people like that around you.
Yes.
A lot of them.
And
But the problem is, you know what? They are not illegal. Không bất hợp pháp. Tại vì sao? Because they manage to make people believe in them, and you are the one who pay them the money, your money, because you believe in them. So it is not basically it's not a scam, because it is not illegal. Nó không có bất hợp pháp. Nhưng mà mình vẫn tin tưởng họ mới cho tiền, mới đưa tiền cho họ. Of course. Well, of course, the Vietnamese government need to do more to protect its citizens against these scammers. Maybe try to change the law or something like that. Because it's so easy to become celebrity these days, you know. So easy. Now, so Miss Thảo, please, do you think the media is putting too much attention on famous people?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think the media is putting too much attention on famous people. For example, famous people, they have scandal. So in my country, especially in the journalists, nhà báo.
Yes, a lot of journalists. Yes.
Will writings or talking so many talking with this scandal so many times.
And
they can write or talk about this problem consecutive days.
On consecutive days, yes. And so basically all the famous people just receive so much attention, but important news stories are often left neglected, right? So important news stories are often left neglected. Những câu chuyện quan trọng thường được để cho giống như là lãng tránh luôn, không thèm nói luôn. Often left neglected, while a lot of celebrity stories are just everywhere on the news, right?
Yes.
Right. So can you give examples? Like, for example, which famous people do you see all the time on the media? And what important news stories are often neglected?
So the person I saw a lot in the press, on the press is...
Sorry, so basically on TV, on the net, on the news, but we say in newspaper. Nhớ cái nào in ra là in nha. Được in ra là in, còn trên truyền thông, trên gì đó là on hết. So, okay.
So the person I saw a lot on the internet is Sơn Tùng.
Of course, always about something. It's always about something, yes.
Sun Tzu. They write about his relationship.
Oh, he's right about his relationship, I see. What else then?
I think the media shouldn't do that because it's not really valuable to anyone, and it's make people in the it's make everyone annoying and disturbing when they
It makes people feel annoyed.
it's make people feel annoyed and
Disturbed.
when they surfing internet.
Of course, when they surf on the internet, they always see stories about these famous people, and it's annoying. Of course, it's annoying. Okay, very good, Miss Thao. So, Miss Na, please, do you think that famous people deserve to have their privacy protected? Let's talk about privacy now. Like, can these famous people have some moment of privacy? Những người nổi tiếng có thể có được một phút giây mà gọi là có riêng tư được không? A moment of privacy. Yes, Miss Na?
Yes. I think the famous people don't have a moment of privacy.
Privacy.
Privacy because there are a number of fans.
Yes, there's a number of
Fans. So they always follow the action or status or
yes.
what the famous people say. So I think probably they have a lot of camera.
Of course, there are cameras everywhere.
Yes.
And it's very difficult to have some privacy. Yeah.
The famous people, I think the famous people always deserve to have privacy.
Privacy, yeah. Okay, let's talk about a famous example of Britney Spears. You know Britney Spears? Of course, Britney Spears, and the famous case of being chased after by paparazzi. You know that, right? Những trường hợp nổi tiếng bị đuổi bắt bởi tụi săn ảnh đó. She was chased by the paparazzi. And of course she cried because she couldn't have any moment of privacy at all. Cô khóc á, tại vì cô không có một phút giây nào mà yên tĩnh, muốn yên cũng không được. She didn't have any moment of privacy. So basically, back then in 2008, she was pregnant. And then when she was pregnant, she tried to hide away from the paparazzi, and then she ran into a McDonald's or a fast food restaurant. But then the owner of the fast food restaurant decided to let the paparazzi in, and then he was laughing in her face. He was not a kind person at all, of course. He wants some attention for his restaurant, of course. And then, as a fact, you can see this picture. Britney Spears crying. There you go. This picture. Yes, she was basically back then. She was having this baby, and she was crying. Look at her eye. She was looking at the screen. She was looking at the paparazzi like you are the devils that follow me. Cô nhìn vào những tên săn ảnh như là tụi bay là những cái con quỷ có theo tao. Tại sao phải theo tôi? It's like she was looking at the paparazzi like devils, you know. And then a lot of bad things happened to Britney Spears. You should basically do a lot of research about this case. Nào, nên đọc thêm một cái chuyện cô này rất là gọi là một cái ví dụ điển hình luôn của chuyện mà privacy need to be protected. She's a typical example of how privacy of famous people need to be protected, you know, because she was constantly annoyed and followed by paparazzi, you know. Giống như là không có phút nào mà nghỉ ngơi mà yên được với tụi này ấy. Nó như nó khủng bố luôn á. It's like that. Okay, so let's continue to topic number 4. I think you can do this one. Did we do number 4 before? Okay. Describe a town or a city that you would like to live in. Miêu tả một cái thị trấn hay một thành phố mà các bạn mong muốn sống trong đó. You should say where it is. Nơi nào vậy? How you know about it? Làm thế nào bạn biết về nơi này? What is it famous for? Nó nổi tiếng về cái gì? And explain why you would like to live there. This is a place, a town or city you would like to live in, okay? Number 5 is a part of a city or town you enjoy spending time in, but you don't live there. Số 5 là một phần của thành phố hay thị trấn mà các bạn thích dành thời gian trong đó, nhưng mà các bạn không có sống trong đó nha. Còn cái số 4 này là một cái thành phố hay thị trấn mà các bạn muốn sống trong đó. So these two are different, you know. Let's do number 4 now. You have a minute. Các bạn cho 1 phút đó. Alright. Okay, let's start first with Miss Thảo, please. Can you describe a town or city that you would like to live in?
So the cities I am really impressed and I really want to live there is Da Nang City. Is Da Nang City.
Is it a really good place? Are you sure?
Sorry.
Is it a really good place? Are you sure?
In my opinion, that it really Da Nang City is worth of living in Vietnam.
Ah, it's a place worth living, huh?
It is a place worth of living in Vietnam.
It's a place worth living. Nó một nơi đáng sống. What else?
So it's located in the south central of Vietnam, and Da Nang is a coastal city. That is well known for a long and large coast.
Coast.
Yes.
Long and large coast.
And
What else?
I know this city is because it's appear everywhere. For example, on the internet or in newspaper.
On the internet.
On the internet or in the newspaper. It's very famous city. And it's famous for beautiful beaches and delicious local food.
Excuse me, beautiful beaches. Beaches.
It's known for beautiful beaches and delicious local food. Especially the people there is really they are hospitable and
very hospitable. Very hospitable. Hospitable. Hiếu khách. Very hospitable and
kind.
And kind. They're very kind too. Tử tế chứ, of course.
So there's plenty of landscape. Is really magnificent and spectacular.
Spectacular.
For example, Bana Hills.
Bless you.
Especially Bana Hills is the magnificent hills
Mm-hmm. Yes.
with a lot of landscape, and it's really picturesque.
Picturesque.
And there's a lot of game. Trò chơi game.
There's a lot of games there. Of course, there's a lot of games there. Okay, but that's really long. Okay, and that's why I would like to live there. Is that?
Yeah, that's why I like to live there.
Okay, very good. Miss New, please. Can you describe a town or city that you would like to live in?
I will describe.
Describe.
I will describe. Describe a town. I would like to live in Đà Lạt. I know about it because I already visited there a few times.
Many times.
Yeah. And this is famous for they call thành phố ngàn hoa. Tiếng Anh là gì?
They call it a thousand flower. It's a town of flowers. Let's just say một thị trấn hoa. It's a town of flowers.
This is a town flower and the weather is so nice.
And flower festival too. Nó có những lễ hội hoa nữa cơ.
And flower festival too. And you know there are ngành công nghiệp nặng là cái gì?
They are heavy industries.
There are no heavy industries. That's why they have a good air. And I say the people there they live so slowly.
Of course, they have a very slow pace of life. They have a slow pace of life. Có một cái nhịp sống rất là chậm luôn á. They have a slow pace of life.
They have a slow pace of life.
Pace of life.
They have a slow pace of life. And I want to live there because
everyone wants to live there.
I want to live there because I want my life more slowly.
I want to live my life slower.
I want to live my life slowly.
Slower.
Slower.
Tôi muốn sống chậm hơn. I want to live my life slower. Okay, I see. Thank you. Now, Miss Na, please. Can you describe a town or city that you would like to live in?
Well, the town, a city I would like to live is Đà Nẵng City. It is a central Vietnam. Em dùng y như vậy.
Okay, then you try to describe it differently then.
Yes. I know, and thanks to travel with my family, I see that Đà Nẵng City there are a lot of destinations to travel, like Bana Hill, Han River.
Oh, Han River.
Yes.
Okay.
Cầu tình yêu.
It's the Love Bridge.
Love Bridge.
The Love Bridge.
A love bridge.
Yes. Hàng ngàn ngôi nhà ma khác.
Hội An là giống như là Hội An Old.
It's called, I think, Old Town. It's Old Town, I think.
Yes. Hội An Old Town.
Oh, wait, it's Old. Sorry, it's my brother. Just a moment.
Yes. I think Đà Nẵng famous with
It's famous for. It's famous for.
Friendly human, fresh air, how a beautiful beach.
There is. There is a beautiful.
Yes, there are beautiful beach. And I think I have a low cost
Low cost of living.
Saigon city.
Of course, it has a lower cost of living. It has a lower cost of living than Saigon, for example. Why is Ho Chi Minh City always the most expensive? Always the most expensive. You know, after COVID restriction, the price has increased by, I think, 10 to 20%. That's a lot!
Oh my god.
Really expensive here.
Xăng là gì? Petrol.
The petrol price increases, I think 20,000 per liter now.
In the north too.
Sorry?
Ở ngoài Bắc giá xăng cũng cao. Em
I
nghĩ
see.
là giá
That's
xăng
a
cũng là chung
That's a
rồi.
whole country now. Anyway, but tuition fee is not increasing. At least tuition fee is not increasing. Okay, now Miss Kim Yen, please. Your turn to describe a town or city.
Then should decrease.
Why should decrease? Why?
To make up cái gì nhỉ? Tổn thương là gì nhỉ thầy?
To make up for the suffering and the wounds, những vết thương, the suffering, những cái khổ đau.
Thầy là một thầy giáo thuốc, thầy so những nỗi đau trong sợ.
You want me to do that? No, 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 no. I have to eat too. You know, I have to eat. I have to feed myself. I have other things. I have to feed myself. You know, without teaching and without the money from tuition fee, how could I live? Okay, now Miss Kim Yen, please, can you describe a town or city that you would like to live in?
Yes, I would like to describe a town that I would like to live in. Is a town a town in my hometown. It's a mountainous area. The weather is the similar to Dalat, but it's not crowded like that. And actually, this place is not famous for this place is famous for nothing, but I can feel the people is so friendly and honestly.
You mean the people are very friendly and honest?
Yeah, honest. And the most important reason that I like it is that is not what famous destination. So so I can live in peaceful.
So you can live in peace. Có thể sống trong sự yên bình. So I can live in peace.
Yeah. Because if that is a famous destination, they would build more and more buildings.
If the place was a famous destination, then they would build a lot more tourist attraction, right?
Yes.
Tourist attractions, những sự hấp dẫn du khách. Mình dùng if loại 2.
Okay.
Well, basically we use condition, second condition. Câu điều kiện loại 2.
Yes.
If the place was a tourist attraction, then I would not have any peace. Sẽ chẳng có chút yên bình nào đâu. Thì
Yes. Yeah, that's the reason why I would like to live in here.
live there, to live there.
To live there.
Không có in nha. To leave there. Alright. That's all for today. Okay, we solve 2 topic. What's that? It's my dad. All the time. Why people always call me when I'm busy? You see? I'm always getting called when I'm busy. Always, like shippers, my parents, my friends, my whoever. Now, but anyway, it's done for today. Say hi. Bye. Bye. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.